Hey guys, Christy here. Today we're going to crochet the Dani Dennison scarf from Hocus Pocus. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll give you my take on it as well. But this scarf can be made to your liking however you want to do it. My thoughts here was I was going to try to go for the vintage colors, which is what I think they were doing in the movie. Because of the colors and the fabrics that she was wearing, all look more vintage, for back in the 70s, maybe early 80s. But my thoughts are, I watched that movie over and over and over, and I've stopped on those frame by frame and tried to get the colors that I could see. I never saw red. A lot of people see red, but I think it's because the scarf is laying up against her shirt, which is not red. It's a burnt orange or a really dark orange, a red orange. So I'm thinking that's why people are seeing red. Because in fact, it does the shirt looks red. So anyway, I'm using black Red Heart Super Saver yarn. All the yarn I use is Red Heart Super Saver. Minus one that I decided to use. But anyway, I'm using the black here for the scarf itself. But I'm just making a slip knot here. Going through, grabbing the back one, coming through, twisting, and sliding the little knot up to your hook. I'm going to chain 16 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now that we've got our 16, we're going to start from the second chain from the hook, and we are going to make a half double crochet. So I should have yarned over. I don't know what I did there. Oh, I decided to take it back out. I realized what I'd done. Anyway, you yarn over. You're going into the stitch. Yarn over, pull it back through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. And yarn over and pull them through all 3. And you've completed a half double crochet. Yarn over, go through the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through. You have 3 hoops or loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all 3. And you've created another half double crochet. Now, we're going to half double crochet all the way across this chain. At the end, you're going to end up with 15 half double crochets. And you can go back and you can count them if you want. But just count your little V's at the top. And you should end up with 15. And I'm pulling out some yarn here so I can keep it going smoothly. So, and I'm not sure what number we were at there. But you kind of get the point here. We're just going across. And like I said, you're going to end up with 15. And this is what you should look like so far. Oh, and then I'm counting. So just yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go through your stitch. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go to your next stitch. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Alright, and we are coming up here to the end. So we're going to yarn over, go through your next stitch, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go through your next stitch, yarn over, pull through all 3. So I'm going a little faster there, and I apologize. If you need to know how to make those stitches, you can stop the video or slow it down. and kind of go back and watch it. But here we come up to the last stitch. Now, you should look like this. Now we're just going to chain 1, turn your work, kind of like flipping a page in a book, flip it over. So that's what's called turning your work. You're going to yarn over, and we're going to that first stitch right there where my finger was, my thumb showing you. And you're going to go in there, yarn over, and pull through all 3. You're doing the same thing across this second row. Yarn over, you're going through, yarn over, pull up, pull through all 3. And you're going to end up with 15 stitches. You got to always count your stitches. You can go so many, but you always need to go back and count and make sure you're ending on 15 all the way through. Because if you don't, you're going to end up either going in or going out because you've added a stitch or you lost a stitch somewhere. And you don't want that to happen. So, please count your stitches. That's one rule of thumb in crocheting, is to count your stitches so you don't end up with a funky looking garment or whatever you're making goes in or goes way out. So just keep count on those. Sorry guys, my light keeps popping in and out here, so bear with me. I don't know, it's a portable one and it runs off battery, and I guess the battery was dying. I don't know. So anyway, it does keep popping in and out here for a little bit, so bear with me. And I do apologize. Black yarn is one of the hardest ones to show while you're crocheting on video. But that's the color of the scarf. Of course, I could have pulled up another color and showed you that way. Might have been a little easier, but you guys can see it pretty good. It's not hard. It's just half double crochets all the way through your scarf. So here I've folded my scarf over. You know, I folded it in half. Put my 2 ends together. This way I can measure it. I did end up crocheting, I think it was 130, 131 or 32 rows. But my scarf ended up being 62 inches long. Let me slide this back here so you can see it. In half, it's 31 inches. So that means my scarf is 62 inches long. So I wanted it longer because on the movie, hers looks like it goes down about to her knees. So I'm sure her being little and they put an extra large scarf on her, an adult scarf, it's going to hit her knees. So anyway, I made this one really long. It doesn't come down to my knees, but it's long. So you get the idea here about how long it, you know, you make it your own. Make it as long as you want or short or however you want to do it. But anyway, we're going to finish off our scarf. All I'm going to do here is pull up that last loop. That's where we are, our working loop. And I'm just yarning over. I'm going to pull through. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through. I always do 2 chains at the end of my work, no matter what. It just is a more of a secure end because you're really making a knot there. I just like doing that for, you know, to make sure it's very secure. But you're going to pull all the way through. And take your thumb and your forefinger there, and you're just going to pull down. And pull as hard as you can and get that knot to go down to the top of that loop there. That way it's really nice and tight and secure. Now, you can leave that tail, you can weave it in with your needle, or you can leave it and you can work it in with your fringe when you put your fringe on. I left mine on, and I worked it in with the fringe. And for my fringe, I'm using this color cornmeal by Red Heart. It's the Super Saver yarn. Same weight, same as my black, which was a medium 4. I don't think I said that at the beginning, but it was a medium 4 weight. All the yarns I use throughout this is a 4, medium 4 weight. And it does give you suggestions on the back, just like all of them. What size hooks and what all the stitches. And it gives you the dye lots and the names of the yarns. So my next yarn is a yellow, which is the Super Red Heart Super Saver, and the color is yellow. So you just want to have that shade of yellow and a lighter shade. Like I said, that's cornmeal. I was going for that vintage colors that you see on a lot of the old signs. The lighter orange, the lighter yellows, and a little brighter orange and a brighter yellow. I think I said that right. Yeah, brighter oranges and brighter yellows and lighter oranges and lighter yellows. Yeah. And then a black, of course, we're going to add in as well. That orange that I'm showing you now, the paper off of it, is called pumpkin. That orange you see right there beside the cornmeal, it is called pumpkin. And I think I ordered this one off of Amazon. But all my Super Savers Red Hearts I usually get at Walmart. They seem to be cheaper from Walmart or Amazon. Sometimes you can get deals on them on Amazon. You just have to watch and just kind of base it off of your price. Like I said, each place sometimes runs sales and you can get them cheaper. So yeah, just keep an eye out for where you're going to buy your yarn at. You get the best deals. But I'm not sponsored any way, shape, or form from Red Heart. So it's just yarn I have on hand, and it's the yarn I'm using. So, but just make you a little template like this out of any kind of box. I do later on in the video make a sturdier one out of a regular cardboard. This one's made out of a drink box. And I made it 5 inches by 4 because at first I did cut some at 4 inches. Or excuse me, not 4 inches, 8 inches. Once you wrap it around, it's the width of the way you wrap it. So, 4 and 4 is 8. And then I do change it and I do the 5. The 5-inch side. So I'll have 10-inch strips. And they worked great. So, and my scissors are dull. So you won't see me wrapping it a bunch. But I did cut a bunch, let me tell you, eventually. But because my scissors are dull, I couldn't cut but so much at one time. So just bear with me on that. But, yes, here, just wrap it. I leave the tail there. You want to cut it on the end of the tail that you started. That way you're getting your full 10-inch pieces. And you're not losing that one little tail there at the end. You're not wasting that. And it's a 5-inch piece. Hope that makes sense. But you're just going to gather them up. I did measure it just to make sure it was 10 inches. And it was. So, but you're just going to gather up each color of yarn. Your black, your orange, your cornmeal, and your yellow. And put them together, and then I just folded them over, and I'll show you here in just a second. Once I fold them over, I laid them down on my scarf, and I apologize, my dogs are barking. Sorry guys, but I do lay them down here and fold them over, and I don't film it for some reason. I don't know if I lost it or it wasn't filming when I was doing this. I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, I folded them over. I lay them on my scarf. I take my hook and I run it up to the sides of the an opening there on the scarf. And I grab all 4 or 5 pieces. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I only have 4 to begin with. But anyway, you're going to grab all 4 pieces and pull them through. And then pull your tails through the loops. That's how you put them on. Now, here I'm showing you an MVP yarn, self-striping yarn. It's from Hirschner's. I'm not affiliated with them either. They're not sponsoring my video. It's just a yarn I have on hand. But it's black and white, or black and orange. Good gosh. I know, I'm getting senile. Black and orange. And self-striping. And I just thought you could use that. That might save you some steps to use a black and orange yarn. You know, you wouldn't have to cut as much. But I just thought it might be an option if somebody had that kind of yarn laying around, or you want to get this one. You can, and it would work. You'll see me here, I'm playing with it. I actually put a piece in it and look at it, and just to see how well it's going to work. And see there, I go pulling up 2 of them, and I'm going to lay them in there, and they actually looked really good. I was kind of impressed, but I had already cut a bunch of my other, so I thought, I don't want to cut any more, and then waste all that I'd already cut. So I apologize for playing with my yarn here and taking some video time and making this video longer. So bear with me. Yep, see, it's shorter. So, yeah, it looks really good in it, and it would have worked, but like I said, I had all that other yarn cut, so there was no use for me to put it in there. So, with that being said, I don't know why I play with it so long, so bear with me. I apologize again, but, you know, anyway, here I've gone ahead and put some in. And like I said, I don't know if I lost a little bit of my footage or I wasn't filming at all. I don't know what happened or why it doesn't show me putting those fringes on. But they're really simple. You just stick your hook in and loop it over. Now, after I'd done that, I got to looking at it and I thought something's missing. I know everybody thinks they see red when they see her outfit, but it doesn't have red in it. It's just a darker orange up against her outfit. So here you go, all of them laying together with the darker orange, and that darker orange came from Dollar Tree, and the color orange is all it was. So I lay them out here, and you see my new template. It is cardboard, and I lay it on there, and I use it to help trim off the fringe and make it as close as possible to the same length. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helps. I hope it inspires you to make your own. Keep watching. I may have another video coming up with the shirt. Her shirt, I did end up finding some fabric, and I don't know if I'm making a shirt like hers or if I'm going to make it like a capelet. So just keep watching. That will be coming, I think, hopefully. I don't know. I'm running a little late this now in October, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Like, subscribe.